Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The mayor has called the special council meeting to order. Mayor Roscoe.
Present.
Councilmember Bracken.
Present.
Councilmember Kaplan.
Here.
Councilmember London is not with us at the moment. Vice Mayor Sardinas.
Here.
Councilmember Stoner.
Here.
And Councilmember Vasquez.
Here.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, we do have a quorum. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The next item, Mr. Mayor, is an ordinance, an emergency ordinance of the Village of Key Biscayne, Florida, extending the expiration date of ordinance number 2024-12 that created Article 5 entitled Electric Bicycles, Motorized Scooters, and Other Motorized Mobility Devices of Chapter 26 of the Village Code of Ordinances, providing for emergency findings, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date.
Move.
Second.
Thank you.
Okay. All that we're doing here today, and we appreciate being accommodated by so many of you here, but all we're doing today is a procedural motion to get us to re-up the ban that we've had for the last 18 months. And our attorney is going to explain exactly what's happened. We are not talking about what happened the other night. That was a conversation that already passed. It was something that failed, and we are not talking about that today or in the near future based on what needs to be done to keep this ban in place. And that's all we're doing is keeping the ban in place. Yeah. So with that, Chad Friedman, our attorney, please walk us through what's ahead of us and what's going on.
Sure. First, I want to say, thanks for everyone making the time today, as well as the public. I know that, we do have a very time-sensitive issue we got to deal with. And also, we do have Councilmember Vasquez by video, and I think that we all understand that we have, again, a time-sensitive matter, and there's no issue with him joining in that manner. So why are we here today? And I know a lot of people have a lot of thoughts on why this wasn't brought up the other night, but I think at first I'll start with an explanation on what happens when we adopt ordinances here in the Key, or what happens when the Florida legislature adopts a bill. So when we adopt ordinances, as well as similar to the Florida legislature, we then turn that over to a codifier. Our codifier is a company called MuniCode that publishes our code. What they do is they edit the ordinance, they format it, and then they also publish it. So for professionals in the room that work with city codes, engineers, architects, business people, you can go online and you see our code. We all, the staff, the administration, myself, we all rely on our published code when we are reviewing the code and making changes. Typically, when you do a sunset provision, our codifier would put an editor's note at the top of the code that would notify the public as well as all of us when we're going through and revising ordinances that the ordinance is going to sunset. Similar to like when the Florida legislature passes a bill, for those of you that look at the online sunshine and look at Florida laws, that's their codification process, and they have notes. In this case, there was no editor's note. It's now there. We spoke with the editor, the clerk spoke with the editor yesterday, and that note has now been published. It came to our attention that the sunset period was running August 30th on this matter, the day after the council meeting. This wasn't something that Steve was aware of or the police chief. This was just again, an oversight in the fact that we all rely upon our published code, and the footnote was not there to really notify us. We appreciate that we have an opportunity to resolve this. Today, as the mayor said, this is to just maintain the status quo. So that's why we are here today. We're adopting, if the council approves it, by 2/3 vote, a emergency ordinance. Now, what does that do? The emergency ordinance will keep the status quo for 60 days per our charter. Over the next, so we're limited in what we can do there. Over the next 60 days, we will be bringing forward an ordinance that will follow through with the village's actions from Tuesday night, which will be striking the sunset provision to make the provision permanent. And that's what, right now, our direction as the administration, as the attorney, will be bringing forward sometime in September and October. And that will be 2 readings. And once, that ordinance is adopted by the council, if it's so adopted, the sunset period will go away. So turning to the item today, this again is an emergency ordinance. It will go into effect immediately upon adoption. And will be valid for 60 days. So I believe it's through October 29th.
Chad, could you just remind everyone what sunset means?
So the sunset provision in our ordinance, and what it means is that the ordinance was adopted with an expiration date. Similar to the county's ordinance actually relating to the e-bikes on Crandon also has a sunset period or an expiration date. We are currently engaging with the county to have them extend that. That one expires in May of 2026, so we have some time, but just for the benefit of everyone here, you should be aware that my office and the police chief and manager are engaging with Commissioner Regalato's office and the county attorney's office to provide an item to go before the county commission to extend their ordinance also.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Mike? Okay, so everyone's clear. What we're doing is to continue what has been in place, nothing else. It will be continued. And then I know some of you are going to call and say, oh, it's back on the agenda. It will be back on the agenda because of procedural ways that we operate to be accountable and to be transparent so that you will see it again, because that's what it takes. An ordinance takes 2 readings. You have to have it on the agenda 1 month and then the following month. And so this particular item that we're talking about today is very limited. It's limited to only reestablishing the ban going forward so that the expiration date does not interfere with what we're doing. So with that, this is a public hearing. A public hearing is open at this moment in time. Seeing no one come forward, public hearing is closed. Any other discussion? Okay, Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Bracken.
Yes.
Councilmember Kaplan.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sardinius.
Yes.
Councilmember Stoner.
Yes.
And Councilmember Vasquez.
Yes.
Mayor Roscoe.
Yes.
The ordinance is adopted. The emergency ordinance is adopted.
Okay, seeing no other business, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Second, all those in favor say aye.